4, 3, 2, 1.
Broadcasting live from the Newsmax studio in New York City. A fusion of politics, commentary, entertainment, and sports. Steve and his team bring you the latest news and opinion now. Here is Steve Malzberg.
Yeah, I just realized we do a lot of countdowns on this show, and I know Rick Ungar is counting down the moments so he can get out of here, but he'll be back later. Anyway, co-host of Steele and Ungar, Rick Ungar, and economist, professor at University of Maryland, and Newsmax contributor Peter Morici is back. And I just want to let Rick ask Pete one question. Peter, one question.
I was fascinated. I'm fascinated by everything Peter says, but I was particularly fascinated when you said that President Bush was then, whatever the words you use, but pushed by the left to do nation building. Who on the left was interested in nation building in Iraq?
Oh, when we first went into Iraq, there was a lot of push from the notion that we had to go there and democratize the place to justify our presence.
From the left?
And he did that to placate the left. Now, I think he would have got involved anyway, but this all was done in a very politically correct fashion. And that's really unfortunate because it doesn't take into consideration that we have had success in nation building in Japan. We basically had the emperor get on board and we had complete control of the place. Likewise, in Germany, we divided the country into 4 pieces and we weren't about to let them put it back together again until we got our way. And we had varying measures of success in changing the cultures of the 2 places. But short of changing
Peter, it's
the
interesting,
culture of Iraq, you're not getting anywhere.
And both you gentlemen, John, we'll just close on this. Paul Bremer was on CNN last night, and he was treated very poorly. I'm doing my gimme fives on that today. Anyway, long story short, he said, should we leave Germany? Should we leave Korea? Should we leave, he listed a bunch of places where we have troops. Anyway, let's move on. Hillary, she's got a town hall meeting. She's got Fox News tonight. Her book is not selling well. A poll on Benghazi from CNN shows that people are not happy, 55% not happy with the role she played, not happy with the dishonesty of the administration on Benghazi. How big a day is today for Hillary, do you believe, Rick?
Honestly, I mean, I agree with you when you say that it hasn't been a very good week and a week and a half for Hillary. But I have to tell you, I'm really surprised that the Republicans are kind of using up their quiver of arrows now. Man, it's only 2014, and they're burning out all of these stories. I will tell you that, as you know, I have friends in the Republican Party, in the leadership, among the strategists, and they're scratching their heads. Too soon, folks. You're using up stuff you want to save.
I think everything is reusable, but Peter, what do you think?
Oh, I think you use it as fast as you can because attitudes are hardening among women that short of catching Hillary Clinton in a moving photograph with a pistol in her head and shooting people, they're going to elect her president of the United States because the time has come for a woman. Remember, these were the same women that were willing to overlook Bill Clinton's picadillos in the White House Oval Office with Monica and Mrs. Willie. Unless Hillary Clinton is derailed now, she becomes an inevitability. The best thing that Republicans can do is to create some hope on the Democratic side that it's worth entering the field by some people that actually might get some traction. Because if they have to run against Hillary the way views are now, but you're saying she's had a bad week. I won't believe she's had a bad anything until you can show me a poll where she doesn't get 52% of the vote.
Yeah, quickly, Rick.
Yeah, I take your point completely on the hardening attitudes of women towards supporting Hillary. I got to tell you, I don't think anything we're seeing now is going to bite into that. But if I were doing the strategy on that side, I'd want to wait until it was close to voting day to raise those concerns. It's being wasted now.
All right, we shall see. And Rick Ungar, we'll see you a little later. And Peter Morici, as always, we thank you as well for being on the Malzberg panel. Thank you very much. All right, folks, and we're going to come back. But you know what we do every day at this time? As soon as we pause, shall we say, and bring you a taste, a piece of American history, a history lesson. So I want you all to sit back and watch and enjoy.
Abraham Lincoln began the war between the states with a single stated purpose: to preserve the Union. So it surprised everyone when in July of 1862,
President Lincoln announced his intentions to issue an Emancipation Proclamation to free the Southern slaves. Lincoln was urged to delay his proclamation until the Union Army could boast a battlefield victory. That opportunity came at the Battle of Antietam, when Union forces drove Lee's army out of Maryland. 5 days later, on September 22, 1862, President Lincoln issued the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, stating slaves in those areas still in rebellion within 100 days will be freed. This action made slavery the focus of the war and ultimately caused France and England to withdraw their support of the South. The following January, Lincoln issued the actual Emancipation Proclamation, stating that all persons held as slaves within the rebel states are, and henceforth shall be, free. You're watching An American Moment on Newsmax TV.